Hey there, welcome to day 1236 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business over 47 years, 25, over a quarter century of that in corporate America, working for some of the coolest corporations on the planet, as well as running my own businesses in a lot of different industries, probably 27 at last count. Now that was before I joined the online world, where I've been involved in several different businesses, but remotely and through the internet. So I don't even know how many. I quit counting after I jumped on. And actually, I wasn't counting before. I went back when I was doing a video to figure out how many different businesses and industries I'd been in. And that's where I came up with the number 27. I have no idea exactly how many I've been in. I'd have to sit down, make a list, and go through all of the businesses I've been in. And I think I'll do that one of these days, but it hasn't been a priority. It certainly isn't a priority while I'm hanging out with my amazing granddaughters for a couple of weeks while their parents are in Alaska. So today, what am I working on? As my baby granddaughter is sleeping and the dogs are behaving, I am making my videos. I'm sneaking in, and so far this week, knock wood, it's been awesome. I've been able to do them in the morning. I like to do my videos in the morning. That's my personal preference. I like to get up, get cleaned up, do my videos, and then throughout the day I can post or do whatever I want to do my coaching calls, do whatever else and projects and learning and writing and whatever I'm doing. So these 2 weeks are devoted primarily to my amazing granddaughters, which is super fun. A little stressful, I'm not going to lie. It was a lot easier when I was, being a mom in my 30s than it is being a grandma in my 60s. But I'm learning, I'm figuring it out. My late 50s, early 60s. My other granddaughter's just turned 6, so she's got summer school and swimming lessons, and the baby just needs lots of love and attention. So we're having a blast, and I'm actually trying to change the baby's sleep schedule a little bit so that she sleeps more at night and less during the day as I have her sleeping and I'm making videos. So maybe I'm not doing the best job on that. Anyway, what do we talk about today? Today for Supersize Your Business, my Supersize Your Business page and Supersize Your Business group, we talked about the idiom or the expression, a closed book. Meaning there's information or knowledge or something, either a person or a place or a thing that we don't have access to. We can't get the information out. It literally means because the book is closed. Well, if a book is closed, what do? You open the book. Nowadays with the internet, I think that this is less of a challenge. Although we have encrypted files and passwords and things, we can't get access to certain information, or we're not allowed to have access, depending on who we are, to certain types of information. It's an expression that became really popular in the 1900s, and I think we all know it. Hey, you're either an open book or a closed book. If somebody says you're a closed book, they mean you're cut off. You're not maybe sharing your emotions or things with other people. With some areas and aspects of my life, I am definitely a closed book. Generally with things and mistakes, things that I see as mistakes I've made in the past, I don't ever want to go back and do those things again. So I like to close the book on those things in my life in terms of I'm not ever going to make that same exact mistake again. Now, does that mean I'm not going to make mistakes? Heck no. I just keep making new ones and different ones, which is a lot more exciting, and it gives me different lessons that I learn. Every time we make a mistake, if we bring the lesson with us, we don't necessarily have to repeat that exact same mistake again, but it doesn't mean we won't make a new one to learn a new lesson or a slightly tweaked lesson. I consider myself quite a professional mistake maker and lesson learner. And it's what makes life fun, right? We're here to experience our life as only we uniquely can, and we do that by taking action, trying things, doing things, and some of them will work, some of them won't. We learn from the things that don't work. That doesn't work, so we're going to do something else, and we keep moving forward, which kind of leads us to our expression and our assignment in our 365-day challenge to do one thing every day that centers us. It was from Teddy Roosevelt, and he talks about the importance of doing things, taking action, getting out there, create, act, take a place wherever you are, be yourself, and get into action, do something, be sane, do things. And I really like that because I like to think that I'm an action taker, and then sometimes I go through periods like this couple-week period where I feel like I'm just keeping up and just barely getting by, and I like to be more active than that. So closed book was our idiom today. Take action, listen to Teddy Roosevelt, do things, keep moving, be sane, which is all good advice in today's world. We're my videos that I shared today. And then this one where I'm just documenting, sharing what I'm doing, what's working, what's not. And there's periods. I was traveling earlier this spring and during that period, it was kind of an up and down. Hey, this is a crazy time. This is what I'm doing. But I still popped in to share what I was doing. Why? Because it's kind of like a diary of keeping track for me of what I'm doing. Since my vision has tanked in the last couple of years, I have had to find other ways to keep track of things. Normally, I am a notebook keeper and I just write everything down in notebooks. Well, it's a real pain it helps me to learn to write things down still, but it's very cumbersome for me to be able to go through and read my notes. What I need to get, and I already know it, is one of those big screens we used to have in high school. Opaque machines, I think they're called. But they only read transparencies, I think. Or no, maybe not. Maybe the opaque machines are the ones we put the book in, and then our teacher there'd be this giant screen that would show the picture or the document. That's what I need, is one of those. And my giant screen TV finally died, so my giant monitor is kaput, and until I get somebody to take me to get a new one, or I order one on Amazon. That is a good idea. I can just order one on Amazon. But right now, so busy with the grandkids, it's not even a priority. All right, that is what I am doing. That's what I'm working on. Get Up and Go Challenge will commence again August 1st. I've been really, really, really missing it since we did it in April. And this is too big a time for me to not be doing that. It's my way to give back, and I love doing it. So August 1st, you will see the next 30-day Get Up and Go Challenge. Any questions about that, hit me up in the comments below. I'm actually doing Avril Beckford's reading challenge right now. And I was thinking this morning, I don't think I've read 3 pages in my final book for that challenge. I hurried up in the beginning of the month before the kids left to make sure I got my books read, all except the last one, which I decided I wanted to read every word of. Crazy me. But I wanted to read the whole thing because it's about body language, and I don't really know much about body language, except for I know that mine's wackadoodle, and probably with my wonky eyes and everything else, I send a lot of mixed messages that I don't want to send. So I want to learn a little bit about body language and clean up my act, I guess. Get a little better at it. Get a little better at understanding myself, which is part of our annual challenge. Do one thing every day that centers you, gets to know you, to help us get to know ourselves better. So if I can help you in any way, hit me up, ask a question. I might not know the answer, but I guarantee I can hook you up with somebody that does, or help you get to your next step, help you do and know with 100% confidence and certainty what your next step needs to be. That's it. Have an amazing day. I want to go take a deep breath, drink some coffee before my granddaughter wakes up. And I will see you tomorrow, of course, because I'm still going to pop in every day. It might be with crazy hair or with baby spittle in my hair or diapers from my back, but I will show up even during this crazy time because I committed to myself that I would. Do you care what I'm doing every day? Probably not. But is it important to me? Well, if it's not important to me, then why am I doing it? That's why I show up, and that's why I love it when you join me. Anyway, have an amazing day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.